俺を選ぶとは分かってるじゃないか。
行きますよ。はあ、爆発しなくてよかった。
急がないと通販が届いちまう。行くぞ。
What's up, man? I'm not even that excited for Hyrule Warriors. I know that game's gonna make me sick. It's like, I want to play it and all, but it's just gonna run so poorly. They don't have it running well on the emulator either. I've been looking that up all day. Wish Nintendo would get over themselves and just put their stuff on PC. But they don't like money. It's gotta be on their crappy proprietary hardware that can't run anything. Can't even run indie games anymore. Even Sony is starting to port stuff to PC. I could just buy that on PC and have it not run at sub 20 FPS and like dynamic resolution. I would buy it in a heartbeat. But can't. Because they don't let me. Hoping the Switch Pro is real. I hope it is. For their sake.
分かってるじゃないか。
How's it been? I've still been really depressed. I'm just keeping busy. That's what helps me. Just keeping busy. Things have been hard as always. I had a dream I hung out with my friends today, and that left me feeling really depressed. So I can't see them, obviously. So we're still in this stupid pandemic.
그렇잖아도 찾고 있었습니다, 요원님.
Maybe you'll give me the booster today. Plus, I did like 20 runs of this today, and I got nothing. I bought 15 reset tickets, and I got everything but what I needed. And I'm starting to get really annoyed. Get all this stuff in here, and none of it I can use. It's not the right stat spread. Well, when your console can't even run, like, 2D indie games flawlessly anymore, then I think there's a problem. It's not every indie game, but there's definitely a large chunk of them that the Switch can barely run. And if it can't run those, then what are the chances of it running, like, a PS5 port? Non-existent. I love my Switch, don't get me wrong. I have like 150 games for that thing, but I do a lot of research for like what actually runs well and what doesn't. I don't want to sound like I hate the Switch. It's just I just like how they put stuff on it that it can't run, which was the problem with the Vita. I love the Vita too. Vita is one of my favorite handheld consoles of all time, but very much had that same problem.
아버지, 죄송합니다.
Alright, let's see if this is it. Oh, another one of those isn't bad, actually. Huh. That's not what I needed, but I'll take that. Try to get that one to plus 15. Still, the game is not giving me what I need. That's like the 20th run I've done today.
さっさと終わらせるぞ。
It just will not drop that other piece. It's starting to get really frustrating.
もうあがめたよ。
Maybe the bug lolly will drop it.
派手に行くぞ。決めるぞ。
At least this track is pretty good. Even when you get nothing, you can enjoy it a little bit more.
届いちまう。行くぞ。鬼と呼ばれた姿見せてやる。ゴールデンエイジ。セカンドチェイン。俺の拳を食らえ。お前が好きだ。派手に行くぞ。これで終わりだ。
It runs worse for me than others. I don't know if something's wrong with my Switch or not. That game is a little too jank for me. The character feels really clunky to control. It's kind of the bigger turnoff to me than the farming, ironically. Once you get past a certain point, the farming is like a non-issue. You get through it in like a couple minutes. It's no different than like an unskippable cutscene, and then you're back to the action. It's just at the beginning it's a real slog, but it's like that by design because in the story the character's supposed to, you know, be a spoiled brat and never have done any manual labor in her life. But as you get the farming abilities, it gets pretty trivial, especially if you put it on the easy farming difficulty. I still don't know exactly what that does. It's weird how they don't tell you. But I just put that on by default because it's obviously not my kind of game, farming stuff. But the character is kind of weirdly janky. I have a lot of problems with like attacking in the wrong direction in that game. It's not as bad as like Godfall, but it doesn't feel as good as you'd like. It's probably because Sukuna, despite its flaws, was made by Japanese action game developers. Which, even the jankiest Japanese action game is like generally better than what a Western AAA studio can do. That's definitely how Sukuna feels. All their games have some weird jank to it.
さっさと終わらせるぞ。
아버지께 거스르는 자들이 있다니. 총알보다 빠른지 볼까?
見切れまい。覚悟しろ。派手に行くぞ。とどめだ。派手に行くぞ。
총알보다 빠른지 볼까?
食らえ。セカンドチェイン。俺の拳を食らえ。好きだ。見切れまい。急がないと通販が届いちまう。行くぞ。鬼と呼ばれた姿見せてやる。
총알보다 빠른지 볼까? 총알보다 빠른지 볼까?
派手に行くぞ。セカンドチェイン。俺の拳を食らえ。終わりだ。邪魔だ。鬼と呼ばれた姿見せてやる。お前が好きだ。セカンドチェイン。俺の拳を食らえ。オラオラオラオラ。ゴールデンエイジ。覚悟しろ。
총알보다 빠른지 볼까?
好きだ。セカンドチェイン。ブラウンショット。覚悟しろ。邪魔だ。
총알보다 빠른지 볼까?
行くぞマッカパンチスッこう止めだパーミットブレイクセカンドチェイン
총알보다 빠른지 볼까?
覚悟しろスッよっくそセカンドチェインブラウンショット
Please drop it.
총알보다
Or
빠른지
just drop
볼까?
nothing. Like the other, like, 50 times I've done this. I just need one piece for it to drop, and it's dropped everything else but that.
覚悟しろ
I bought like 15 resets today, and I did them off camera. Still got nothing.
뱅! 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 뱅!
The only silver lining is that I can give them to my other character.
拳を食らえセカンドチェイン
뱅! 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 뱅!
覚悟しろ
It's just crazy how it just doesn't want to give it to me. My rental one's about to expire soon too, so it's like
총알보다 빠른지 볼까?
the heat is on. Gotta get it soon.
セカンドチェインブラウンショット覚悟しろ止めだ
총알보다 빠른지 볼까?
オラオラ
뱅! 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 뱅!
セカンドチェイン
총알보다 빠른지 볼까? 두고
Nothing.
보자. 아버지께
Nothing again.
거스르는 자들아.
This is starting to piss me off. I'm like weeks away from the pity too. I've killed these bosses like dozens of times. They just do not want to drop it. Alright, I'm gonna try to get a reset one now. This is getting really aggravating. It just look at all this shit it's dropped. None of it is what I need. I've got so many of these. Actually, these aren't good either, I don't think. No, those aren't good either. Are there any in here I could even use? Well, these would be good for the other characters, but I care about them right now. How many days do I have left on this booster? That's when it needs to drop. I've got 5 days. 5 days to get this done, and the game just won't let me pass. I'm starting to get really annoyed. Like, just drop the damn thing already. I'm halfway to the... halfway to pity. You can't buy these either, because that would be too nice. Alright, let's go do the event really quick. Still got 40 minutes before Hyrule Warriors drops. See if I can get another reset today. Actually, the reset doesn't happen until I don't think it happens until Saturday. So yeah, I'm pretty much done for today. Let me see. Yeah, the crafting on this doesn't come back until Saturday. Just getting tired of this. I like this game and all, but it's stupid how you can't just buy the stupid core. I spent $10 on this morning and got nothing. At least they have this event which gives you resets.
ガタが来る前に終わらせろ好きだ覚悟しろお派手に行くぞセカンドチェイン俺の拳を食らえ生きればいセカンドチェインクラウンショットお派手に行くぞこいつで決めるぞセカンドチェインお派手に行くぞカムバックセカンドチェイン俺の拳を食らえ しろ覚悟しろ覚悟しろ決まった
Get 4, you can get 8 per character. So if I do this on RP and J, who are my strongest, and then I do the lower levels on the weaker characters, then I can get another reset item. Can't believe I did like 20 today. 20 is like the amount I did today is about a week's worth. I did a week's worth in like an hour today and got nothing. They really should let you like trade them in or something. Pretty whack how many times I've done this.
이제 쉬어도 되는 건가?
Alright, how many did I get for that? I had 3. Yeah, I got 8. So you get 8 per character per day. Switch to Harpy. I can't get the reset. I guess it'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow I could do like another 10 runs. Hope that the game will put out. This shit is getting really tiresome. How many times I've done this. The game just says no. Let's knock that out first before I forget. And I gotta do the task force dungeon for her.
적은 강하다. 하지만 너희는 더욱 강하다.
I don't know.
それじゃ一緒に踊りましょう吹き荒れろジョークは生きれるかしらフライ私に全力油断のシュートフライ手加減なしよじってロハシュートほらほら私に全部委ねなさい吹き荒れろ手加減なしよいっけぐらいお塩とプレゼントご褒美あげるわシュートショータイムよほらほらいっけ私に委ねなさいプレゼントシュートジョークは手が眠らせたわじってんだほらほら吹き荒れろすぐ眠らせてあげるどこ見てるのよ手加減なしよ 念だけどお別れ。レディース&ジェントルマン、舞踏会の始まりよ。グレイ一杯おごるわ。私にて委ねお物は承諾よ。どこ見てるの？グレイプレゼント。これが私のとっておき。一杯おごるわ。手加減なしよ。いっけ。ほらほら。これはどう？浮き上がる。あえて嬉しいわ。手加減なしよ。つらなく一杯おごるわ。見切れるかしら？ロックンロールシュートショーダウン。手加減なしよ。プレゼント。お物は承諾よ。飛べ。おしよし。一杯おごるわ。ジョーク。ほらほら。シャランだ。すぐ眠らせてあげる。吹き荒れろ。手加減なしよ。
I forgot how fun this character is. Definitely one of the most fun characters in the game.
プレゼント。一杯おごるわ。ジョーク。すぐ眠らせてあげる。おしよった。つらなく一杯おごるわ。プレゼント。グレイ同情するわ。どこ見てるのよ。つらなく吹き荒れろ。これが私のとっておき。シャルワのさん見え見えよ。すぐ眠らせてあげる。ほらほら。残念だけどお別れ。
Alright, next time they reset, I can do another 10 runs. Get nothing. Go do task force now.
私も入れるか。いつでも待ってるよ。それじゃ一緒に踊りましょう。ショーダウンシュートジョーカー。どこ見てるのよ。ブレアグレイすぐ眠らせてあげる。ショーダウン実シューンド。どこ見てるのよ。いっけ。プレゼンショーダウンこっちよ。すぐ眠らせてあげる。プレゼンシュートジョーカー。プレゼンショーダウン。これはどう？ロックンロールシュートグレイトショーダウン。ほらほら。すぐ眠らせてあげる。どこ見てるのよ。プレゼントショーダウン承諾よ。一杯おごるわ。ショーダウングレイショーダウン。どこ見てるのよ。いいよね。一杯おごるわ。ショータイムよ。ショータイムできれるかしら。 残念だけどお別れ。
Are you kidding me? Ugh. When is the game with no inventory management? Just unlimited inventory space. It's the thing I hate the most. I hate this shit even more than unskippable cutscenes. Like, just give me enough space to just have everything. Never need to mess with this crap. Just get rid of it. Actually, can I get it on this character? Maybe I can. Is it per account? Yeah, it's by account.
그쪽은 좀 어때? 쉬엄쉬엄 하자고.
Harpy is one of the most fun characters in this game. She's also the only character that has an air dodge, so in this game's new meta, she's probably actually pretty good. Because in the new meta, the raid bosses ignore invincibility frames. It's actually pretty good. I just don't have her power creeped up yet. See how much these are going for.
낡은 장비는 제가 선봐드리겠습니다.
충성. 파견 중 이상무. 이번 파견 끝나면 휴가 좀 가려고.
여러분 곁에는 언제나 월처스.
Oh, these are going for 60 million too.
부디 몸 조심하셔야 합니다.
I bought that $10 package today just for the reset passes. I don't really care about changing my name, so let's get rid of that shit too. At least finish the avatar set. If the game's not gonna let me finish the gear set, I can at least finish that.
어머니 간버리마쇼.
Get in the crew dungeon now. It's actually not terrible. They buffed this up too.
어서 오십시오. 부디 몸 조심하셔야 합니다.
It's almost Hyrule Warriors time, so I'm gonna put this up on the auction house, and I'm gonna pick up my KOF stuff, and then I'm gonna hook the Switch up. It's like 19 minutes away. By the time I get all that done, it'll be like 10 minutes. Okay, 65 million, so I'm gonna undercut this guy and put like 64 million. Hopefully some of this stuff sells, and I can get the last piece of the Avatar set I need. So that's what I'm trying to make money for. 450, wow, I'm so close. I can't put anything else up right now without spending money, so just gonna have to hope. The other one's only 30 million more expensive, so hopefully. How many days do I have left on that? I have 6 days, so I'll be able to make enough money for that for sure. It's just getting the booster is gonna be hard. That's gonna make my item level go down, and there's like jack shit that I can do about that because the game won't give it to me. Which is the frustrating part. I did like a week's worth of runs today and then got nothing. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let's put up old KOF here. Which I'm like not really actively playing right now. Apparently there's 5 new characters coming to this. They haven't been data mined yet. Hotaru, Mark of the Wolves, might be coming. Oh, they said it's that 7 Nights of Sins or whatever. I don't give a shit about that. Give me Kenso, KOF 13, please. That's what I want. That's the coolest Kenso. Yep, there you go. Nothing. It's just terrible luck today. The best of the worst. Just complete crap. I gotta go through this though. Got those at least. See if Infinite Battle reset. No, it did not. Alright, let's get the Switch hooked up. Just give me a couple minutes here. Zero team. But Daddy exploded into toilet paper. What ya? Drop. such beautiful pixel art. I think it's just like one of the best looking pixel art beat 'em ups of all time. It's a shame it has really, really bad pacing. Pacing in this game is awful. There's a number of reasons for that. How many enemies spawn per wave, and the fact that when they die, they have to stand up and do their death animation. But also, the final boss is like one of the worst in beat 'em up history too. I would play this a lot more if it did not have the final boss it does. The final boss is a wall of hyper armor. He can turn invincible whenever he wants. Until you get to that point, it's fun. Then you get there and you want to stop playing. Also, this track is really good. It's an all-time classic. Yeah, but this game has, it's got its fair share of problems. The pacing is some of the worst I've seen, and the final boss is a crime against humanity. If you can get past that, it's a good game. It has great presentation, the combo system is nice, pixel art is really good, the music is good, it's just the pacing and the horrendous final boss is what really brings the overall package down, unfortunately. There's no getting around the final boss. If you put the game on easy mode, easy mode in that game actually removes a lot of the enemy waves, so the game flows better by proxy when you play it on easy. And if you play that game for 1 credit clears, the final boss just fucks it all up anyway, so there's no harm in playing that game on easy, if you ask me. Like, I got to the half of the second level in that short time while waiting for this to unlock, because I put it on easy. Really helps with that game's pacing. It's mostly because they don't die when they run out of health. It takes like an extra 3 seconds for them to die because they have to do their death animation. Don't get me wrong, those animations are done really well, but when you consider you're waiting like 3 to 5 seconds for the next wave to spawn every time you kill someone, it really adds up. The game's still only like an hour or so long, but it's definitely something you notice after you play the game a couple times. How much time you spend like not actually interacting with anything, just waiting for them to die. Alright, is this gonna work or what? Is this not coming out at midnight? What's up with this, man? You play what I fucking paid for. Like when it just like it takes longer to tell me I can't play it. Should have kept playing Sengoku. Going well. What's up with this, man? It's freaking midnight. It's midnight on the East Coast. Are they not even releasing their own game at midnight? Are they doing that random bullshit that Nintendo always does, where sometimes things come out at 10 in the morning, sometimes they come out at midnight. It's already out, and it's out in like every other region but here. I'm looking at the look at this. Oh, there we go. Just took it like 3 minutes to decide that I can play the game. It's like other people on the directory right now. They can't play it. I don't know how long I can play this, honestly. It's gonna make me start feeling really sick. If the frame rate is as bad as it was before.
This looks quite satisfying.
Play this game with the
The
poop frame
Rito
rate.
resided in a settlement on the Tabantha frontier. These feathers counted to evade.
See how long I can play this before I start feeling sick. Because as soon as that happens, I'm just gonna stop. I'm done. The dynamic resolution and the bad frame rate really hurts my eyes.
Yeah!
Why can't you skip this stuff, man? Come on. Okay, I get it. Why does every video game have to have, like,
Okay!
constant interruptions? Let me figure out something on my own. Oh, this frame rate. Can't even handle, like, 10 enemies on the screen. I'm already starting to feel sick. Why can't this company get over themselves and put stuff on PC? I'm tired of this. Really am. Can't even run the games they make for it anymore. You do the super attack and it just goes to like 4 FPS. Good lord, this frame rate, man. Come on. I want to keep playing this game, but this frame rate's making me sick. It really is. I'm out with a better Switch already. Apparently overclocking doesn't even help. It helps it maintain a stable 30. If it was running uncapped, then I would just emulate this right now. I already paid for it. Paid for it legally. I've been watching the emulator forums, like, for the past week now. As soon as they put out that patch, man, I'm not gonna bother playing this version. It's just hard going from like 144 FPS to like 2. It's really awful to look at. Nintendo has some of the best games, they always have the worst hardware. They need to get their shit together. Make a machine that can actually handle something. Besides pixel art indie games. Which can't even do that. I wish everything came out on PC. Consoles suck. I like Magia X better than this because it runs at a good frame rate. That game is actually really fun. This is already starting to make me feel sick, so I might be playing that soon. This is why I wasn't really hyping myself up playing this game, because I know that physically it's going to mess with me. They couldn't just use the Fire Emblem engine. Why'd they have to use the shitty Breath of the Wild engine? Use the Fire Emblem one that worked, and had a performance mode. No, they gotta copy stupid Breath of the Wild, because that game prints money, instead of something that actually worked. Like the old engine. Gotta put up with this fucking PowerPoint presentation. Probably the only reason this game got made is they're just repurposing old assets. Come on, man, I don't want to solve some stupid-ass puzzle. Getting really tired of this game already. Just jump up there, you dipshit. It's like he doesn't even respond to what I'm telling him to do, because the frame rate's so bad. What does it want? Solve any damn puzzles in a Muso game. Okay, good.
I won't fail. Goodbye. Magnesis. Here it goes. A worthy adversary.
Oh my god. Actually, I'm starting to feel really sick. I want to keep playing this and give it a chance, but
A worthy adversary.
I can't. Like, my stomach's starting to churn. Yeah, it's making me really sick. I'm sorry, but Nintendo makes shit consoles. I can't run anything. Kind of regret buying this, honestly. Could have spent this money on something that actually runs like it should. Like, no one's gonna watch me play this anyway, because all the clickbait channels have had stuff out for it forever. A small channel like me has no chance. That's why I'm not really too worried about this. Plenty of interesting stuff coming out next month. But don't run like slideshows and make me feel sick.
wonders never cease. I see.
What the hell? Unforgivable. Can't stop.
Wonders never cease.
Wow. One explosion he can't even handle. Come on, dude. I've had enough of Godfall. Doing this shit. Just running away. Come on! This game is already pissing me off. Are you gonna come down or what? Come on, you fucking bird guy, whoever the hell this is. Okay, you can stop spamming now, please. Wow. This is stupid. You have to wait for the stupid cooldown. You can't hurt him. Come on, you dipshit. Get down here. He doesn't aim up. What is this, Godfall 2? Just running away the whole time? Get down here, bitch. Fucking annoying. Fuck you. PTSD from Godfall. That fucking game. Stupid ass Birdman. Get out of here with that weak shit. Come down here and fight. Must have had like a collaboration with the Godfall combat designers. Let's just make an officer that just flies and spams, and every single time he does it, the frame rate goes to like time travel levels. Great idea. Don't give a fuck about the story. Everybody's complaining about the story in this game anyway. Complain about the frame rate. I don't give a damn about Zelda, really. I feel like if this was not a Zelda game, it would run on their old engine. And it would not run like this. That bird guy was a real dick.
For once, you've done well.
I'm starting to feel nauseous, I'm not gonna lie. I have a headache and my stomach's churning. I can't handle this frame rate. Everybody in the emulation Discord is asking for 60 FPS. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you. This shit is unacceptable. It's not playable. Especially somebody who games on PC. I'm used to like 120, 144, 60 locked. Like bare minimum. Not this. I don't see any updates right now. It's probably going to be a while. Especially since it's not running uncapped, which makes things harder. If it was running uncapped, they probably would have fixed it by now. Japanese developers too are still stuck in like the 90s, and they tie the game logic to the frame rate. So a lot of times when you take a game like this and you try to double the frame rate, the game just runs at double speed. I would hope that's not the case here, but that's a very likely outcome, that even emulation might not be able to fix this shit show. I hope that doesn't happen, but I have a hunch that might be what ends up happening. However, they did get Astral Chain to run at 60 FPS, but I guess that game did not have the game logic tied to the frame rate. Who knows? Who knows with this? Koei's engine is always notoriously bad anyway, so when you try to take the Breath of the Wild engine, and turn it into a Musou game on something as weak as the Switch, is just asking for it. I don't know what they were thinking, honestly. They should have just made one like the last game, and just used like the Fire Emblem engine, and not copy Breath of the Wild, but that's probably why this game got made. They probably realized that they had like nothing for the holiday season. Apparently this game's been done since like September.
I won't stop aiming higher.
Whoa.
You did well.
Pretty hilarious when you go on the Godfall forums and people call out the horrible enemy and boss design. How it, like, doesn't make sense with what's supposed to be a melee game. And people just tell you to get good. I get so tired of that. Gamers say that, get good. A lot of times it's not even a problem of challenge, it's just the game not being fun because it's poorly designed. But people just parrot off, get good. It's like, I don't really want to get good at bosses that just put fire on the ground so I literally can't fight them because it's a melee game. Or spam fire rain, so I can't hit them either. And if you try to parry them, you get stuck in like a fiscal year long animation. No, get good. It's like, obviously there's ways around it, but it's not fun. It's designed to be a melee-based loot game with enemies that actively prevent you from doing melee combat. But people just parrot the same things over and over. Let's try this guy. He get downvoted. He get downvoted on the Godfall Reddit for saying that the enemies are terribly designed. There's threads about animation canceling, people saying like, isn't it kind of stupid that you can parry something and get locked in an animation for so long that you get hit, and people just try to get good. It's like, obviously the solution is to just spam the dodge, but it's like, that's not engaging to do that. It's more fun to actually be able to use the tools you're given. That forum, man, is depressing.
Yet another victory. Now you know that. Really?
What's up, Martin? Yeah, I'm playing this stupid PowerPoint presentation game. Garbo frame rate. It's actually making me sick playing it. I want to give this game more of a chance, but the frame rate is terrible.
You stand a chance.
Yeah, it runs like shit. It's all blurry. Like how Nintendo has like consistently good quality games, but they can't be bothered to make hardware that can actually fucking run it. I get sick from bad frame rates and like dynamic resolution and stuff, so I don't know how much more I can play this really. I'd rather be playing anything else. They had to copy like the worst Nintendo engine, which is the Breath of the Wild engine, which like that game barely runs too. Instead of just doing the sensible thing and just using the Fire Emblem Warriors engine, which ran fine, and also had a performance mode. That's like one of the best running games on the Switch, but for whatever unknown reason, they don't use the engine that works. They had to recycle as many Breath of the Wild assets as possible and run it on that same engine.
This will do.
Which could barely run in a vast expanse of nothing but just 3 characters on the screen. Now they're trying to get it to run with like 100 on the screen on the weak Switch. It's just a recipe for disaster.
You did well.
Alright, I get a training room. That's pretty cool. I don't know, the map system sucks, the frame rate is bad. Combat's serviceable, but it's not as good as other stuff.
Bravo! Superb!
I don't feel inclined to play this that much either, because all the clickbait channels have already sucked up all the views anyway. All those douchebags that just put the spoilers in the thumbnail and the title to get people to click on it. They don't even care about the community and spoiling people's experiences and stuff. That's the kind of competition I have to deal with when it's like a first-party Nintendo game like this. I really don't have any interest in grinding like crazy to make guides for this. Everything's going to be covered, and it's making me physically sick to play it. So I'm on the fence right now. And this game's alright, I guess. I would rather be playing like any other Musou game, though. Yeah, I'm not going to get any kind of recognition for playing this at all. It's either I like it or I haven't heard anyone talk about the post-game either, so obviously I'm not playing this for the story. I grew up with the earlier Zelda games, but I'm not like a super hardcore fan about them. And everybody's just complaining about the story, and it's like, I don't give a shit about the story. Just skipping all the cutscenes. Want it to not run like garbage. That's really all I'm after. Apparently there's a day 1 update, is there? I've got way more interesting stuff coming out in December. There's Scorpina, Battle for the Grid. There's what else? There's 2 other things in December. That game's giving me such a headache, I can't even remember now. I legit do have a headache, I feel sick right now. I'm sorry to people who want me to do, like, 10-hour sessions on that game, but I can't, and there's just... logistically, there's no point. I feel really awful right now. My stomach feels bad. I'm not gonna throw up for a Musou game. I'm sorry. I might seriously have to buy, like, nausea medicine to play that game. Save yourself the headache. Yeah, literally. Save myself the puke. I'm feeling nauseous. It's a shame. It seems like a decent game in its own right, but that frame rate is unacceptable. I don't know. This console generation has been a disappointment overall. Feels like we're not going to get a jump from, like, that we got from, like, 16 to 32 and then the PS2 generation ever again. which is kind of a good thing in a way. PS5 games, like so far, they don't look that much better than PS4 games. It's just they actually run at a good frame rate and they don't take a fiscal year to load, which is all it really needed to be done. It's a very iterative generation, which I think is good. So it's weird. It's like with the other generations, we had like primitive 2D, with like the NES and the other 8-bit computers, and then there was like the advanced 2D with the 16-bit era, and then we had the primitive 3D with like the N64 and the Saturn and the PS1, and then we had like more advanced 3D with the PS2. But then like PS3 to PS4 was like barely anything. It's like the games ran at 1080p, but they ran just as bad, if not worse. Somehow load times got worse too. It really wasn't that big of a jump, and they kept trying to make games that the system couldn't run. Monster Hunter's a pretty good example. I know that game has like decade-long load times and stuff on console, and when you play it on PC, it's like a completely different game. The Switch is an awesome console. It's just you really have to do a lot of research when you buy something. Like that's why I have my little port series that I do. I seek out games that I'd like to play on there, and I review them for you guys because buying Switch games blindly is like one of the dumbest things you can do. To be honest with you, it could be like a port of like a Newgrounds Flash game from like 2002, and somehow the Switch porting studio will screw it up and it runs at like 10 FPS, or like overheats your Switch, or it deletes the save file, or it takes like a decade to load. You can't buy Switch games blindly. It doesn't matter what it is. I think Hyrule Warriors is a pretty game I was just playing. It's a pretty good example. You would think being a Nintendo game that would run well, but it doesn't, because they had the bright idea to take the Breath of the Wild engine and the assets, and then try to make a Muso game out of it, out of a weak console like the Switch, which I don't need to tell you how dumb that is. It's a cool concept, sure. I think it's actually really cool to have like Breath of the Wild mechanics in there, like the power glider and stuff, and there's more verticality to the levels. There's more verticality to the levels. The levels are actually pretty varied. There's no clones in that game either, which is pretty crazy. I hear it has like 24 characters. There's not a single clone. There's a lot of really good things about that game. It's just the hardware really holds it back. And if you're like me and you get physically sick from playing games with garbage frame rates, that's just not playable. There's really nothing I can do about that right now. I feel bad. I know people want me to play it and give my thoughts, but it's making me physically sick. I mean, there's really not much that I can do there. I feel really bad that I'm not playing it more, but I actually do feel really nauseous right now. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Alright, let me switch back to PC. Plus, it's like all the clickbait channels have already put out like every facet of that game anyway. I don't really feel like I have much to offer. The only thing I have to offer is my personal opinion, and you guys have already heard that. I might play it more later, but right now I'm feeling really nauseous. I have a headache playing it. For the sake of my health, I had to stop. I feel really bad, but that's the truth. Pretty fed up with like every game I get on console running like that. That's why I never used my PS4. Oops. Hold on. I hope those rumors about a new Switch are true. I really do. I want those rumors to be true more than anyone. Play something that doesn't make me feel like I'm gonna spew my guts out. These cutscenes are annoying, man. Just skip them. Oh, that's right. This game has messed up controller support. Hold on. For whatever reason, that game has really bad controller support. It's a really fun game, but the controller support is foobar. It like doesn't pick up your controller unless you put it on. You have to disable everything in big picture mode. Otherwise, it doesn't work. That would be the biggest problem with this game, is the controller support is all kinds of messed up. The buttons are really weird, too. It's like circle to attack instead of square. Need to level up some more. See if I can make some new armor.
今日も面白い稼ぎ口を持ってきたよ。おっと、もうこんな時間か。そろそろ散歩に出るか。
Surprised people are leaving because I stopped playing Muso. It's not that I don't want to play it, it's just it's physically making me feel awful. Yeah, I don't make enough doing this to put myself through that. I have to be honest with you guys. I make peanuts doing this. I'm not gonna make myself sick. Physically sick playing something. I do want to play it, don't get me wrong, but I have to, my physical health is more important. It's out of my control. It's not like I can run it on PC or something. Obviously that would solve the problem, but that's not an option. Thanks to you guys for sticking around, those of you who did. I will still put up an overview for that, but I'm not in a hurry to do it. That game has already been, the views for that game have already been sucked dry at this point. All you really get out of it is my personal opinion. It's not really gonna be, like, groundbreaking stuff like when I do games like this that nobody has covered. It's a pretty huge difference compared to something like that, which has all the channels playing it. Alright, let's go ahead and stop there.
今日も面白い稼ぎ口。
冒険者さんのすべての旅、いらっしゃい。
冒険
What's killing me? What the hell killed me? I don't think you can heal in this game either. The balance is kind of messed up. Maybe I'll try to, like, level up or something. It's possible I might need to do that. It's really weird. I get, like, practically one shot. Yeah, I can't go to the next area yet. Maybe I need to grind a little bit. Grinding is actually pretty important in this game because there's a pretty strict timer. Because this was originally a mobile game. The developers said they gave up on their greed. They actually phrased it that way. They said they gave up on their greed and they put it on here instead. Like, well, that's pretty cool. You gotta commend developers that do that. Especially with, like, mobile games. Steam is a pretty shitty place to put a game like this too, but the problem with mobile games is they're all, like, vying for your undying attention. So even something that's actually pretty fun to play like this, it's hard to get people interested. And if you kill all the microtransactions, and you charge like $10 for it like these guys are, then there's a chance at least. Better chance than they would have on mobile for sure. And maybe if I go through here, probably need to level a little bit.
また一歩真実に近づけたのだろうか。
Alright, there we go. See what I get from this. Oh, upgraded gear. Cool. Let's give this a shot. How do you check your combat power? Shaimase.
冒険者協会は全ての冒険者さんを歓迎し
Kensha. Oh, you can actually get some really good stuff from here. Huh. Let's give this a shot.
Yo かった。今回も無事に終えられたね。 今回も無事に終えられたね。
Oh, nice.
Yo かった。今回も無事に終えられたね。
It's like this. These drop rates are designed for like having a fatigue system, but because there's no service game mechanics or microtransactions, you just go through it in 20 seconds. You can kind of tell they didn't like really tune things for not having those kinds of mechanics in the game. You're not time gated by anything, just besides just how much you can play. Kind of like when a private server comes out for a game like this, and they have like 3 times drop rate or experience or something, and you see like how it would basically how the game would function if it was offline. But now there's games like this that are just legal versions of games. Blade 2 is kind of like this too. That game. Wish that game got more updates. That game was pretty cool. But the frame rate really killed it. They stopped supporting it, unlike what they said. They said they were going to keep supporting that game, and they didn't. Alright, let's move on now.
真実
I
に
think I got most of the blueprints from here.
Yokata. 今回も無事に終えられたね。今回も無事に終えられたね。真実に近づけたのだろうか。
Ooh, a new sword. Nice.
かった。今回も無事に終えられたね。
Let's go, turn those back. See. Any of that stuff is an upgrade.
こちらにどうぞ。ご挨拶。今日も面白い稼ぎ口を持ってきた。おっと、もうこんな時間か。そろそろ散歩に出るか。おっと、もうこんな時間か。そろそろ散歩に出るか。今日も面白い稼ぎ口を持ってきたようだな。今日も面白い稼ぎ。
What game lures you in with its appealing gameplay? Were you talking about Hyrule Warriors? Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna stop playing that game completely. I definitely do need to give it more of a chance, but it's the physical aspect of it is the problem. Feeling sick playing a video game is not something I need. I'm not getting any younger. Plenty of other stuff I can play. I feel like, as a content creator, all the potential of that game in terms of growing my channel has been long gone. The whole game's been leaked on the internet for like a week now. Realistically, no one outside of my small community is going to watch me play that game. Because all the big clickbait channels have, like, everything serviced already. Doesn't make sense to crunch on that game like I do with other Musou games, when there's so many other people doing the exact same thing. The interesting part of being a content creator is, you know, playing what's popular doesn't guarantee that anybody's actually going to watch, or that your channel is going to grow because of it. Good example is when like a big AAA game comes out, like when Cyberpunk comes out. There's going to be people interested in watching stuff like this on their following list, because literally everybody they watch on their following list is going to be playing that. You may not be interested in that game. It's like why playing something like Fortnite doesn't mean that you're going to be popular. Quite the opposite, really. Even if you're really good at it, just by law of probability, you're going to be at the bottom of a page with like thousands of people playing it. Hyrule Warriors is nowhere near that popular, but in terms of YouTube, it's a pretty popular game right now. All the big Nintendo channels are playing it. I don't feel it's something I need to push myself to play. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Like I said, I have my personal opinion to offer, and that's just going to be me complaining about the frame rate, which nobody needs to hear more of. If I find something cool, I'm sure I'll share it with you guys, but I'm not super hyped for it. I wasn't really hyped for it before I knew that the frame rate was bad. I thought it was kind of cool, I guess, but I didn't like the original game that much because it was just grindy. It wasn't the fun kind of grind that I like because the combat was too simple. I could put a lot of time into a game like this, more than Hyrule Warriors, which lost its luster for me really quickly. Yeah, if you like the gameplay loop in Hyrule Warriors, then sure as hell get your money's worth, but if you don't, that game doesn't have much to offer. You can't find something like this, which is far more controlled. It runs better for one. Doesn't look as good. It's got that cheap animation, but it's a fun game to play. I already saw someone post a photo of the final boss in a fucking thumbnail. Like, wow, you guys have no no compassion at all. I understand it's YouTube and it's hard to get your name out there and get noticed and get people to actually care about what you're doing, but don't screw over everyone else's experience by doing that. Not being conspicuous at all, it's just literally the thumbnail and the guy's name and like all the endings are up. And they specifically put thumbnails in there that spoil it for people. I'm not a story-oriented gamer, so I don't care, but a lot of people do. It's unfair to them to do that. But people are gullible and click on it. That's what perpetuates that problem. It's sad, really. Just ruin the game for everybody for your own selfish needs, which is money. It happens with every big game, pretty much. far as I'm concerned, they're the scum of the content creator community. People who do that. It's really inconsiderate that they don't care. They're laughing all the way to the bank. Remember when DMC5 came out, people were doing that too. Like, just in big letters, Virgil Final Battle, and then you have him in the thumbnail. Wow, you guys are real dickwads. If you actually care about a video game story, you basically have to, like, straight up not use the internet. Not use any social media at all. I remember when I did see the first Star Wars in theaters, and I got spoiled on the Guilty Gear XR forum, of all things. Someone posted it. They posted the big spoiler in there. It's like, I didn't particularly care. I haven't really been big on Star Wars since I was a kid, but the principle of it pissed me off. You're not even safe on, like, the niche fighting games PC port forum.
今回も無事に終えられたね。今回も無事に終えられたね。
Okay, so can I get some good stuff from here? Maybe this will carry me through the rest. Oh yeah, these are a higher rank. Is there a weapon here? I think weapon and armor is what I need the most. I probably need to farm this place for a while. Let's put on some better armor. I'm sure that will probably help. There is a very hard timer in this game, so you can't power through it with skill. I've come really close to running out of time several times already. This one's no good. Interface is not the best. Alright, yeah, let's just see if I can handle hard mode. That's probably the next biggest upgrade I can get. No weapon from here, though. Let's see, they have a weapon on the next one? See if I can find one with weapon and armor. Be probably the best one to farm. Doesn't drop anything. Alright, let's just go from the start. Get a couple blueprints. I'm feeling it now. I definitely need a better weapon. That skull thing is taking a lot to go down. Must be under leveled. Yeah, I got a C. How can I solve this? I just have to deal with what I have right now. I can deal with getting like 2-shot, but the gear is kind of the problem. That first level does not even drop a sword blueprint. It only drops armor and accessories. Let's try to progress the story, I guess. Did level up a few times. Maybe that will help. Shit. Come on, jeez. I just like hit a wall here. I don't know what to do. I can't clear this. What the hell am I doing wrong? Why can I not clear this? Balance is like messed up. It's been totally smooth until this point. And now they just have like a billion health. I don't know how I can get around this really. This one's only normal. This interface seriously needs some work. I guess I can try to just up my defense. That seems like the only thing I can really do. These aren't even worth really upgrading anymore. Alright, let's try to get some armor at least. Definitely a weird difficulty spike. But it is early access. I'm sure they'll smooth it out at some point. I think seems like drop chance or the drop pool seems to depend on your rank, and I'm getting docked really hard for not having a lot of time left. I'm clearing that with like 30 seconds left. Apparently I can get a blueprint from here. Alright, well, let's try to go for that. Definitely weird difficulty spike, though. I saw that the new Yakuza game has something like this, too. There's a couple boss fights that are just like a massive difficulty spike, unless you grind. That's kind of how this feels. Unlike other games, since you have that strict timer, you can't beat things with skill alone. You have to grind, which I don't mind, but I can see how that would turn off some people. It feels like it's just a byproduct of this originally being a mobile game, and they haven't quite balanced everything around that yet. That's why it just basically bombards you with loot if you get an S rank, because you're supposed to only be able to do this stuff probably like 10 times a day or something. When you don't have that restriction, everything just drops really fast. Oh, there we go. Got one that time. Oops. Nothing that time. Got the closer shit going on right now. Closer's deja vu from today. 20 runs, no booster. I got like almost everything else in the drop pool. I didn't get the booster. Real buzzkill. Hope I'll have better luck tomorrow. So I only have like 5 days left on that rental one. Come on, don't pull the closers. Oh, you pulled the closers. I think what happens is you have to get the blueprint from the first difficulty level before it'll drop on the second one. Maybe that's why it won't give me a weapon. So I'm gonna run this until it drops the sword. See if that's what it means. That would explain why none of those levels are dropping the sword. That would be a pretty massive upgrade, I imagine, so... the game should be smooth from that point. I'm definitely hitting a difficulty spike. there we go. Multi-purpose longsword. Okay, so what happens if I go to hard mode now? Will it actually drop that blueprint? Trying to figure out how this works for the overview. Okay, so maybe I have to craft it. Let me see. There's this guy, the Plague Knight wannabe. Yeah, it's still not showing there. That's weird, is it's the damage is what's really holding me back more than the defense. No weapon in here whatsoever. So I'm almost be able to make the overview for this, but I need to do a little bit more work first. I can't figure out how to get a new weapon. Let's see if that other one is better at least. Oh wow, this one is 210. The one I'm using is 140. Alright, well, I think if I upgrade that, I should get over the difficulty spike, I think. Let's see. That might be what I need, just to get a little bit farther in. Alright, so let's find that one I was using. Oh, this one's 298. I think this one's just stronger across the board. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, it definitely is. What's this? Oh! So it's like the fortifiers and closers. Huh. Pretty much exactly the same. Alright, I think that's good enough. It's only a 30% chance. Must be like better ones you can get. Alright, let's see if any of this armor is an upgrade. So that I'm not so much of a glass cannon. Because those mage guys are ripping me a new one. Let's pair stats here. Okay. Yeah, this one's much better. I might be able to just go to the next area with that. That one's no good. And this interface needs work. I keep clicking on that to go back and it takes me out completely. Yeah, it's just pretty much the same stuff I have. Gear's kind of boring. It's not really that interesting. Alright. see if that's enough. They need to let you skip these cutscenes automatically. Especially you can't just push it once. You have to do it like multiple times. Definitely doing more damage. Alright, I think I should be good now. Still gonna be tight though because my armor's not good. What's hurting me? That's weird. What is with this level? Difficulty curves like all jacked up. Like getting hurt by nothing. This game definitely has some balance issues to work out. Basically have to like not get hit at all now. Why not play DFO? Because it's not a beat 'em up anymore. It's not fun. Everything is just a wall of hyper armor. And everybody's super elitist in the raids, and the raids are not fun. You can't combo anything anymore. That's why I don't play DFO. And stopped being a beat 'em up like 8 years ago. There's your answer. That's why I don't play that game anymore.
図書館では静かに
Stop being about being a beat 'em up and just generic MMO shit. It's just how much damage you do instead of like actually knowing the mechanics and stuff. The combat's still stiff. I definitely played that game a lot, but I have no desire to ever go back to it again. I'm done. This is like an actual beat 'em up. Things actually stagger. There's no stupid raid mechanics. I don't have to play with anybody. I can just play by myself. Hey, there's an upgrade. Nice. You know, I've been playing a lot of closers, and I have a lot of those problems with closers too, but closers, the raids are like 10 minutes long. They don't last long enough to really piss you off. I don't like some of the design decisions they've made with closers, like making invincibility frames basically pointless because the bosses just ignore that mechanic. I don't agree with that, but I enjoy it a hell of a lot more than DFO. It's a lot more fluid than DFO is. DFO combat fluidity is like limited to certain characters, ones that can cancel, like the rogue or the striker with the muscle shift and stuff. Everybody else is super stiff for the most part. It's like it doesn't even matter anyway because everything's just about damage phases. Closers does not really have damage phases. You can pretty much damage them all the time. It's just you have to actually pay attention and learn the mechanics. Plus, Closers has no bullshit like the Hell mode. I mean, it kind of does, but you have pity systems as a failsafe so that you don't get stuck grinding the same 45 seconds of a level, potentially forever until you get something. That's what really turned me off. Hell mode grind was really dumb. I don't know if they have a pity system in there now, do they? They didn't when I was playing, and I got tired of that shit. How, like, your entire character's progression was just RNG. Endless RNG. Apparently I think in like the 90 cap or something, 95 cap or whatever, they had, like, stuff you could actually get just by playing. Just logging in every day and doing what you're supposed to, but then people apparently didn't like that. So, level 100 is back to grinding Hell mode for the rest of your life, getting nothing. Like, I'm getting boned by RNG and Closers right now. I did like 20 runs today and I didn't get what I needed, but I still got, like, a pretty significant amount towards the pity, so it's like, even though I didn't get anything that I wanted, or I needed, I'm still working towards that goal. And that's what kind of keeps me playing it. Even when it screws me over, I'm still making some progress. As long as I keep playing, I will get it. Yes, the grind is time-gated and boring, but at least it's guaranteed. When it's not guaranteed, I don't like that kind of RNG. I actually watched someone do Hell mode on DFO, I think in the 85 cap. He did it for like months, and I think the pity in that game took like 9 months or something. He did it for like, I think it was over half a year, and then he got his pity. And then it's like, well, it gets power creeped, so you can't use it anymore. Another nice thing about Closers over DFO 2 is that when they power creep things, they actually make it exponentially easier to get the former highest tier gear. So, if you need to catch up your character, it takes like less than a week. I think it took me like 5 days to get the last season's best in slot gear just from playing. I really like that they do that too. The time gating sucks, but I can see why it's there, because for a Korean MMO, that game is really generous. Having pity on best in slot gear in a Korean MMO is like almost unheard of. Closers is the only one I could think of. I didn't even think DFO counts. I don't know if they changed the pity system, but it took literal months to get what you wanted before, which is not solving the problem at all. At that point, you're more likely to just get it by law of probability than by the pity. And I love a repetitive grind if the combat's fun. That's why I'm having fun doing this right now. Despite how ugly this game looks, it's fun to play. I can look past shitty graphics if I like playing the game, but if it's a grind and it's just like months, months of doing the same 45-second level, that's when I tap out, and that's kind of what DFO is right now. Alright, let's back out of here and see if any of that stuff's an upgrade.
Otto, もうこんな時間か。そろそろ散歩に出るか。
Okay, so I need to dismantle some stuff. How do I dismantle? Guess I have to go back to the bag. Interface in this game could use a ton of work. It's very unintuitive. Can't just do it from here, you have to do it. This is Magia X. New game that came out yesterday that I got a review key for. Hyrule Warriors was making me feel really sick to my stomach because of the frame rate, so I'm exploring this right now. I know this is not what people want to watch. They want to watch me play Muso, but I'm sorry, but my physical health is more important. I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. That game is legit making me feel nauseous. Which I knew was going to happen, that's why I didn't really hype up the fact that I was getting that game. Kind of kept it on the down low. How much did that guy eat? He's eating good! Why is he like 12 feet tall? Eating that good stuff.
おっと、もうこんな時間か。そろそろ散歩に出るか。
This interface needs a ton of work. Just... This game's interface is like Godfall. It's like... obvious stuff that's just like not working properly. Why do I need to unequip it? I just use it. Godfall doesn't even have a mass salvage, neither does this. Gonna get a bunch of crap gear. This game isn't as much of a loot pinata game as Godfall is, but definitely has that kind of problem. Alright. This should give me some more health.
おっと、もう。
今回も無事に終えられたね。
まったくどこもかしこも
仕方。
なあお前。
よかった。今回も無事に終えられたね。
Probably gonna have to reset this run. Like, no health. This guy can't be juggled either. It's not good. Yeah, he's not going up there. Big boy. Big boy! I have a minute left, too. Might need to grind some more, folks. Might still be able to do this. Got him. Yeah, they have the bosses you can't juggle are a lot harder. I mean, that's common for like any video game with a combo system, but in this you have the time going against you too. You actually have some good juggle combos going. Sometimes what will happen is you'll do a long combo on them, and then they'll go into stun. In stun, they take extra damage, but they can't be juggled anymore, so while your stuff's off cooldown, you can just kind of dump it all into them. You definitely do need to grind in this game, though, especially on the bosses you can't juggle. Otherwise, I only had like 7 seconds left. It's not like I'm playing bad. Playing pretty good, actually. I like how responsive this game is. You can cancel pretty much anything into anything. There's some, like, arbitrary limits, but for the most part, you just push the button and he does what you say, which, coming from playing Godfall, is fucking massive. Definitely, an improvement over that game. This guy does what you tell him to, pretty much right away. You can cancel the dodge into itself and just, like, teleport across the level. It's really satisfying. I wouldn't call it balanced, but it's fun. That's what video games are supposed to be for, fun, so I'm all for it. This game is not a looker, it's a pretty ugly game because of the skeleton animation, but it's fun to play. I'm interested to see how this game's gonna grow. It's in early access right now. They just kind of slid into my DMs and gave me the keys. I was like, sure, I'll try it. I have a pretty open mind with action games. Try anything if it looks fun. Holy shit! It's just a wall of active hitboxes right there. Damn. I got like chain bitten. I couldn't move.
よかった今回も無事
They
に
make
終え
your
られたね
character really responsive in this, but man, you could just get destroyed instantly. It's kind of got an interesting balance to it. The character can basically like ninja teleport across the level at any time. But if you get touched once, you're done. What's this? Oh, that looks decent for the upgrades for it. I don't know if that's better than what I have currently. I think I actually finished the early access content, because I can't get the rest of these. I guess at this point it's kind of just grind to, yeah, there's no more story quests. See if there's anything going on in here.
冒険者さんに素敵なこと
Yeah, it's just generic quests now, there's no more story quests.
冒険者協会は全ての冒険者さんを歓迎します
Kensha, Adventurer.
今日は冒険
Oh, I forgot to put it on hard. See if there's any more blueprints in here. I think at this point it's just grind. Kind of like the Age of Calamity demo. Just grind until they add new stuff. Huh. No. Beat the current available content, so the game is basically beaten. The other characters, and I guess there's no levels past that point that are added right now. Yeah, that game is pretty legit. Definitely ugly to look at. It's got that really cheap Flash game to it, the animation and stuff. But it is fun to play. I'll give it that. There's plenty of games that look beautiful that play a lot worse than that game does. It does have some jank. The aerial combo chain, the aerial string feels really janky. The hitbox on it is very realistic and it's very slow. Like, you notice when whenever I do the high time, I dash cancel behind them and then do it because the hitboxes don't connect otherwise. It's got some jank to it. That game's got a ton of promise. It's actually quite fun. It's very obvious that it was a mobile game because of the way that the interface works and the timer. You know, mobile games tend to have timers like that. I think they could go with taking that out, but it seems like the entire like drop system depends on it. So I guess it's easier said than done. The controller support leaves a lot to be desired too. Doesn't work very well. The default bindings are very awkward. Like circle is attack, and square is dodge, which isn't that much of an adjustment for me because Assault Spy has very similar controls. It's just the two attack buttons are flipped. So I can get used to it, but it's definitely a deal breaker. But yeah, if you're interested in that game, I am not sponsored to say this, by the way. They just kind of slid into my DMs and gave me a key. They didn't pay me to play that. That was actually legit fun to play. It's under $10 right now on Steam. It's early access. You basically saw me do pretty much all the content. But there's a lot more coming. It's 3 more characters. I guess they're going to have some more moves. Hopefully they get rid of some of the moveset jank. Like, not being able to chain your launcher into your aerial string feels really weird. I haven't played a game that responsive in a long time. Not since, like, Assault Spy. Your dude is just like freaking Goku just like teleport all over the place, instant transmission. I'm interested to see where that game will go. That was a little sleeper hit for me, especially since I didn't have to pay for it. Good stuff. See, actually, I need to do tomorrow's video. I'm gonna do a video on that game actually, since I just cleared all the content. That makes sense. Um, Hyrule Warriors. I'm not gonna stop playing the game. It's just my stomach was already kind of churning because I ate a bunch of pizza earlier, and the frame rate was really making me feel sick. Made me feel like I was gonna throw up. I felt better as soon as I stopped playing that game. I've heard a lot of other people reporting that too. The combination of the dynamic resolution and the constantly dropping frame rate has been making people feel sick. It's unfortunate. I definitely need to give it more of a chance. It seems like it's going to be pretty fun. I don't know if it's going to have a satisfying end game. It seems like a very story-focused Muso game, which doesn't interest me. And if it was an IP I really cared about, sure, that would probably give it some merit. But it's kind of like One Piece Muso to me. Like, I just play that for the gameplay, because I don't watch or read One Piece. And Zelda, it's like, I don't care about the timeline. Zelda games are great adventure games. I don't think people should take the story so seriously, even though the developers don't care. It was a little misguided to me. People kind of treat it like Kingdom Hearts. They take it so seriously. And it's like, dude, the people writing don't even know. Why do you guys care so much? I don't really think the Zelda games need to be connected. It's nice to have little nods and stuff, but people try to connect everything, and it's like obvious that they don't. People who actually make the games don't care, because I don't shouldn't it should go without saying, but maintaining continuity for something that's been around for almost 35 years is fucking nightmare. No matter how you slice it, and once it gets to that point, you have to wonder like how many people that played the first one are still active in gaming. I mean, like not people that were kids when it came out like me, but like actual adults. They'd all be in their like 50s or 60s by now, minimum. Does it really matter if some game from 20 years ago is not tied into? I don't really think it does. I think they could go with doing a kind of Tales and Final Fantasy thing where there's like small nods, but they're not all interconnected, so that you can jump in at any time. And it's not like Yakuza and stuff where you need to play like 6 games to play the latest one and stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and make that video right now. Tomorrow I have leftover pizza, so either before or after I eat that, it'll probably be the same thing today. It'll probably be Closers, and then Hyrule Warriors if my eyes and my stomach can take it. Thanks for understanding. I'm surprised as many people stuck around as they did, because I only played Muso for like 20 minutes. But yeah, tomorrow the grind continues. Thanks for watching.